Yo, what is going on, guys? Hope you're all having a great day. We are back with another Prize Picks video. I have 3 picks, all in the NBA. But before I jump into that, I have something super important. Guys, Dabble is literally they gave us a special promo. You're getting $10 free. You don't have to deposit. You literally don't have to deposit. All you do, use the code PISTONS. Download this app, Dabble. It's linked in the description. Use the code PISTONS. They give you $10 free. There's no catch. You literally don't have to deposit. $10 free. You can throw it on a 3-man, 5-man, whatever you want. You can lock in a moonshot on there. $10 completely free. Just use the code PISTONS. Okay, now that that's out of the way, actually, real quick, if you deposit $5 in here too, again, you get 10 free. But if you end up depositing in here and put $5 in, send us a screenshot. We'll give you a free month in our group. But you don't have to deposit. $10 free. Easiest money you'll ever make. Anyway, why you guys should be listening to me. I'm banned from multiple sports books for winning too much. Go check my channel for proof. I have it all over the place. And our VIP group, holy shit, we are crushing it. 85 units since we started. A $10 better is up over 800. This is absolutely insane. Yes, we're negative on a couple books. We've been hitting at a lower volume, meaning like obviously variance, ups and downs. In the long run, we'll profit, but we're crushing it. If you guys are interested in joining, you can also join in that down below. And then that way you don't have to listen to these videos. And yeah, you'll get a high volume of mathematically profitable picks. And the guy who's giving the picks in this group that's up 80 units, he's literally limited on prize picks for winning too much. That should tell you everything you need to know. Miles Turner, less than 17.5 points, first pick of the day. As you can see, doesn't really matter too much to me. The trends, he's hit it in 5 of his last 10. He's playing a defense that doesn't give up a lot of points. Doesn't really matter. What does matter, though, is Prizepicks is giving us minus 119. And FanDuel, who I ignore ESPN Bet. Me personally, this is just me personally. ESPN Bet is one of the weaker sports books in the world right now. Weaker meaning their lines and their markets are very inefficient. Long story short, they just want users. They don't really care as much about market efficiency. So it's easier to win on ESPN Bet. But FanDuel, however, FanDuel has very good markets. Not the best in the world, but very good. So FanDuel is giving us minus 136 and Prizepicks giving us minus 119. So obviously a clear value here. Don't be shocked tomorrow when you open up Prizepicks and Miles Turner is probably going to be at like 17, over under 17 instead of this. Second pick, we have Haliburton over 8.5 assists. We actually took his under the other night, and he actually cashed that for us. So we're taking the opposite of that going into tomorrow. So now, to get a little bit more into like the nitty-gritty stuff, same thing up here. As you can see, Prizepicks minus 119, MGM minus 120, Caesars minus 121. So those of you might be looking at this and saying, that's not really a big discrepancy. And you're right, it's not. Normally, I wouldn't send a pick like this, but we're using Outlier's plus EV tool. If you guys want a free 7-day trial, you can get that down below. I'd recommend just joining our group, though. But in profitable betting, pro betting, there's a book called Pinnacle, as you can see right here. It's a little P. And basically, Pinnacle has the best markets in the world. And I don't want to go into a side rant here. Just go on my YouTube channel, go into the playlist tab, go to educational content. I have like so many videos explaining this stuff. Long story short, Pinnacle is a little bit more accurate than every single one of these books. I used Pinnacle to literally get banned on apps like BetMGM. Like, if you want to learn how I did all that too, elitepickzyt.com. If you bet on FanDuel, if you bet on DraftKings, you bet on BetMGM, and you want to learn how I actually got banned from these sports books for winning too much, head here, check our website out. If you're on Prizepicks, don't go here. Please don't buy from here if you're on Prizepicks, because then we have to refund you, transfer your membership over. It's a headache. But yeah, Tyrese Haliburton, over 8.5 assists. We're locking this one in. And it's the same thing, guys. Like, he's hit it in 4 of his last 10. He's hit it in 40, so 8 of his last 20. So it's not like he's hitting this at a high clip. So a lot of you may be looking at this like, why would I ever take that then? And the thing is, you always listen to the sports books. You stop listening to the trends. You stop listening to what everyone else is doing. And you start listening to the billion-dollar companies that know more than you. They know more than me. And if you haven't watched yet, I have an interview with a Prizepicks odds maker, and he literally says it himself in the interview. It was something like, don't quote me, but he says, basically these sports books, every sports book, including Prizepicks, they have teams of people who are much better at this stuff than you and me, and they're paid to spend 8 to 10 hours a day, every single day, figuring out these lines where they should be, seeing who's hot, seeing who's cold, and adjusting their markets, looking at their entire seasons. So they take Tyrese Haliburton's entire season average, they look at his last 5, they look at his last 10, they look at the pace of the game, they look at everything you could possibly imagine, and they're smarter than you, they're smarter than me, and the best way to beat them is by comparing them to each other. So it's kind of like what I said over here, where it's like you see all the sports books up here, so you have like, imagine you have a group of like 10 super smart like geniuses, and 9 of the geniuses are saying this is the better side, and then Prizepicks is over here, the one dude, and they're saying, no, I like this dude. Like, basically pro betting, all it is just being like, all right, let's listen to these guys. It's that easy, and people like to overcomplicate it, and I'll make it very, very clear to you guys. Third pick, by the way, Hartenstein, less than 10.5 rebounds. But I'll make it very clear to you guys, like, the people that win the most in betting, they're going to have ups, they're going to have downs, and they understand that. There's going to be times when you literally feel like you cannot hit a bet. And there's also going to be times where you feel like you cannot miss a bet. That happens for literally everyone, including the smartest people in the world. Unless you use something called arbitrage, but let's not get into that. Anyway, Hartenstein, less than 10.5 rebounds. And something that you guys have to be very, very, very important or watchful of is something called bankroll management. I know it's so boring. Everyone's just going to listen to me like whatever. Everyone talks about it, but seriously, it means so much. Like, because if you got like $100 in your account and you're throwing 10% of that, so $10 on every slip, like your account mathematically, even if you're using the best picks in the world, the literal best picks, like I'm not talking like my picks, I'm talking the absolute best, like your account's going to get drained over the long run because you don't have as good of a bankroll management system in place. So what you should be doing is going 1%, 2%, 4% at most. I don't even recommend 4%, but like 2 to 3 maybe is aggressive. Anyway, same exact thing here as we did on the last one. We're using Pinnacle to devig it. Devig means, long story short, you find the correct implied odds. Basically, you find out what the market price should be, and then you just compare it. So we're using something called Pinnacle here, which is a lot sharper than all of these books. Personally, I think it's fine to use these books all the time. I do it personally on the other books as well, but we're listening to Pinnacle on this one. Isaiah Hartenstein, under 10.5 rebounds. And there you go. There you have it. There is the 3-man pick. Please be sure to lock in a 5-man slip. Take my 3, add it to your slip, then add two more of your own, and go from there. And again, these picks are only meant to be taken on Prizepicks. I will slap you if you take it on anything else. The reason for that is because I say this analogy every time, but it's so true. It's like, imagine going to the store and you're trying to buy some bread. You go to the grocery market, it's $5. Then you look at the next grocery market over, it's like $7. Then the next one down the street, it's like $11. It's the same exact bread. It's like, obviously, you go to the one where you can pay $5 for it. And on a very, very small scale, it's the exact same thing with betting. The exact same thing. So when Prizepicks gives us Miles Turner, it's under 17.5. They're giving us minus 119. If you're on Chalkboard and Sleeper watching me and you go lock in as under, they might not be giving you minus 119. They might be giving you like minus 140. And that's the world in betting. The difference between minus 119 and the difference between minus 140 is what will make you a profitable or a losing player. Do you ever wonder, like, I know a lot of you only use Prizepicks, but in regular sports betting, they put stuff like minus 110 on one side and then minus 110 on the other, which means like you have to bet 11 to win $10 plus your 11 back. So like the difference between minus 110 and like plus 100, which is bet $1 to win $1, it's 10, and it's not much. So like just basically the point of what I'm saying is Vegas is built off a small edge. So if there's any way you can diminish that, like not taking my picks on other apps aside from Prizepicks, then do that. So when I give you guys picks on Underdog, please take them on Underdog. When I give you picks on Prizepicks, please take them on Prizepicks. And that doesn't just go for me. That goes for every person you watch that actually uses math and understands how to win on these apps. And if you're watching me and you're just like, head is all over the place because now you watch all these YouTubers and you're like, what is this dude saying? Go in the description. First action step for you. Watch the video called I Exposed Prizepicks. It explains all the math behind everything. And yeah, that'll give you a good understanding. Again, claim your free $10 on Dabble. Top link in the description. And yeah, have a good day.